Hey, KK, Mike Solarte with Spectrum News One. Good to see you again, boss. You're you're a captain of this team this year, as voted on by your players. Can you kind of let us know the emotions that go along with that, and how you plan to lead? Is it by example, by voice, combination? What do you think?
First, I want to give a shout out to. I'm just playing. I just think it's an honor, man, just to be able to be on the forefront of a bunch of tremendous guys that voted for me, younger guys, older guys, and just everybody in the room, man. Just to know that I'm a guy to come in and try to just lead by example. Now I gotta, step up and say a lot of encouraging words and bringing everybody along with me. So, and those guys to trust me to put that forth in effort, and I really appreciate those guys just allowing me to be a spokesman for this team.
KK, does it feel weird that you're the only captain left over from last year?
Uh, I haven't even thought about it. You just gave me another spec to think about it. But now, every year you got some captains come and go. I'm just happy to be here and to be able to change over a new leaf to say that what we need to do, what we done last year compared to what we need to do this year.
Hey KK, it's Elena Getzelman from Charlotte Observer. I was wondering, now you're just a couple of days away from the game, how excited are you that you're actually going to be back on a football field, really playing again after your injury and all that?
It's a blessing just to be able to come back. One of those type of injuries, and if you'd asked me that about 4 or 5 months ago, it would have been a different answer. But I feel good, man. I came in camp and just putting my best foot forward and trying to work through the little kinks and getting back into football. And now it's actually here in the next couple of days. So I feel pretty good. I'm blessed to be in this position, and I just got to take it. I can't take it for granted.
KK, what are your impressions of the Raiders offense, and how do you feel, and what have you seen from your own squad in the past month or so of practices that makes you feel like the run defense will be improved?
Raiders pretty good. They got some good old linemen up front, guys who got years invested in, and know ins and outs of what to do in this league. But I feel that our guys up front, we put in the work daily to put ourselves in a position to stop the run and get after the quarterback. So we just got to come out there. We got to start fast and we got to finish. Guys like D Brown, who's come in every day and try to put great work on film, and you guys got Yetur and Brian Burns and Stephen Weatherly. Those guys, man, come in every day and put on their hard hat and work. So we trigger off each other. The energy is just crazy up front, and we just got to go out there and put it down. And we just got to go out there, and we done all the hard work. We just got to go out there and put it on tape.
Hi, KK. Vashti Hurt with Carolina Blitz. I was curious if you have a pregame routine, and if so, does that change given the current circumstances without fans? And then the second part is, how will you generate that energy? Coach said that you guys talked to a sports psychologist, but how will you personally generate the energy without fans?
The routine is gonna be the same. I'll just go out there and get warmed up, and then come back in the in the locker room and get dressed and listen to my music. As far as our getting each other hyped, it's new for all of us. We're gonna go through some kinks. We're gonna find some rough patches, but I think in general, we got guys like Trey and all those guys, man, who just the energy is just as soon as they walk in the room, and we just got to find a way. You got guys who want to be hyped up, and you got guys who just want to be left alone. So I think in this locker room, we have the opportunity to where you get yourself hyped, but you also get yourself ready for the game.
Hey, KK, David Newton here. Can you give me an example when y'all talk to the sports psychologist, or the sports psychologist talk to you guys about that, and things that were said that will be helpful when you got on the field to build your own energy?
Dave, I think it's different for every guy in the room. I can't really speak on how Trey get himself hyped. I just think that's just a natural energy. But just for me, what I took from it was just finding what makes you happy, what makes you're excited to go. Whether it's who you playing for, the people that's around you, and what you typically like she said, what you typically do day in and day out of the game, and some of the things that you always done since you've been in high school, college, and playing into the league now.
Hey, KK, this is Jonathan Alexander, Charlotte Observer. Hope you're doing well. I'm wondering, is there anything, given that this is such a different type of training camp practices leading up to the game, is there anything that you look back on and that you missed or something you realized that was, something, I don't know, anything that you missed or something that was a lot different?
As far as what though? Like just you say training camp?
Training camp and practices. I mean, like, what was like the biggest difference other than, not being able to interact with people and getting closer? What was the biggest difference that stood out?
I think the biggest difference that we had this year compared to any other years is to how, everybody approached every day to day. You got a lot of young guys, and you think that the attention to details wouldn't be as sharp as they was, and I think every guy that came in from different teams and from college and draftees, and I just think they all bought into the process of getting better. And once you see that as an older guy, you understand that you got a lot of guys that's watching you, but you also got a lot of guys that's trying to put themselves in that position to be a starter, to be ones and twos, and just to take another spot. So that makes everybody work hard, and you see that type of energy in practice where you got guys who just like you said, like Trey, like natural energy, and whether you find a role, you stick with it and you make that your purpose, and you come every day trying to perfect that role that you have.
Okay, Jason Huber with WFNZ. Could you just talk a little bit about how would you assess a guy like Rodney Hudson on the Raiders offensive line and just some of those guys that they have that makes them such, a good offensive line?
Man, that man's been in the league for 9 years, and you got Richie for 15. Those guys, it's going to be a battle. But you put up your own aspect of we good too. So it's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be bone on bone, and we got to come out there and we got to eliminate the distractions. We got to eliminate the mistakes, and we got to bring it to them every play. And it's telling D Brown, I played against these guys, since I've been in the league. Hudson, who's been with Kansas City, and then you got Richie, who's been over the lead. I think he was with the Bucks last. Just knowing your opponent, that's just another step of 1% to get better, and just trying to show D Brown of what these guys do, and like you can if you let them take over, they'll take over. So you got to come in and you got to state your ground. So, and just the whole offensive line in general, they're pretty good, but we can definitely get a good jump on them.
All right, guys, we have time for just a couple more before I have to let KK go.
Thank you, Preston. KK, this is Miles Simmons from Panthers.com again. You've mentioned Derek Brown a couple times now. Just how have you seen him grow over the course of the last month or so, and how would you describe your partnership with him?
I like Derek, man. He came in and he wasn't that guy to say like I'm a starter, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. He came in willing to get better, and you can play with one of those guys. You can play with those guys, and Yetur as well. But Derek, man, just knowing that. I told him it's not a redshirt year, and that's what I've been told, since I was a rookie. We come in, they drafted you because they want you to play. They know you're a key aspect to this team, and what you can do. We're gonna need it now. So just trying to dish that into him, like we're gonna need you Sunday. So we're gonna need you to be that dominant guy that you was in college. Nobody cared what you did then, but like we need you to bring that same energy, the same plays that you made in college to bring it to the NFL. So, just trying to get him, just trying to make him feel comfortable.
Hey, KK, it's Kelly Bardick, WCCB. I think it was 5 years ago you guys had the Energy Brothers. I think it was Lou and Dean. Is that something maybe you've talked about again? Just kind of, if you're the captain, right, and you could appoint some new Energy Brothers.
That was just natural. Those guys, man, that was just natural. It wasn't no you be the energy. Nah, it was natural, and you can just see that, just like how it is with Trey. If there's only one guy, it's Trey. But it was never like, no, you the energy, and we need you. But it's just something that is just natural.